guys, welcome back to my channel. Black Sails Season 4 Episode 1. This is the final season. I'm kind of sad about that, I'm not gonna lie. I've really enjoyed this show. I don't really know if, I don't know how it would rank in the shows that I've watched so far, but I feel like it would rank pretty high. I also feel like maybe it could have benefited from a couple more seasons, maybe 1 or 2 more seasons, but then again, I haven't finished season 4, so I don't really know how it ends, if it ends in a satisfying way, but I feel like I've grown so attached to these characters, I've been watching this show for so long now, that I don't want it to end. I'm really upset about it. Last episode, the season finale of season 3, was insane. After Vane's death, war commenced, Hornigold died. Mr. Scott died the same episode that Vane died, but we had a lot of casualties last season, so I don't really know how this season is going to play out. I think that Silver is going to be the MVP of this season. That's going to be my prediction, because it seems like him and Flint might have this hero versus villain type of story, with Silver being the villain and Flint being the hero, kind of like an inverse effect for each, because Silver started out as actually, I was gonna say he started out as a hero, but he really didn't. He started, when we were first introduced to him on the show, it was when he was stealing. So I don't know. I guess he was a little bit more innocent than he is now with the whole Dufresne thing that happened, and I think that Flint is kind of giving him advice and coaching him, but Silver's also giving Flint a little bit of advice too. I think that Flint has taken the opposite approach, whereas he is staying away from danger. He realizes what he has become in these last couple of episodes, and he's kind of passing the torch to Silver, because we could see that Silver has a little bit of that craziness, a little bit of that madness, that little dark aspect to him. He has that also. So I guess my hopes for this season is just to see Silver kick some ass. I'm glad that Blackbeard wasn't just offed in the last season. He's gonna be incorporated, I assume, into this season. I was kind of hoping that last episode he would have a little bit of a bigger role in terms of getting revenge for Vane, but he's still around, so hopefully he can prove his badassness in this season. I don't know what kind of, role that he's gonna play, but I assume that it's gonna be with Jack, because Jack is kind of his new Vane, or at least that's what I'm gathering from the interactions that happened last episode. Eleanor is still a piece of shit. I mean, she's like the villain now in my eyes. But yeah, I really want to get into this episode, so without further ado, let's get into episode 1.
As close as two things can get to being the same one. And what's the first thing they do to each other? Fight.
If it makes you feel any better, I haven't considered killing you in months.
A little bit.
Lookout reports had 5 two-masted vessels in the harbor while you were below.
That's what Billy's information suggested we should expect. They won't be able to prevent us from making a landing today. You still don't trust him, do you?
I understand why you do.
I don't believe that's what I asked.
I don't believe you want me to answer what you've asked.
We are in sight of the end of this journey. And he's still worried this alliance all falls apart before we get there. Please don't give him any more reason to indulge that feeling.
One of us should probably say something. About what? I don't know. For a moment. Remind the men in whose name this fight is to be fought.
Yeah, give him a little
forgotten.
pep rally speech.
No.
All of us have given some part of ourselves to reach this moment, and we seek retribution for what was taken from us. Today there will be vengeance for the death of Charles Vane. Helm! Hard to starboard! Whatever! Trim all the sails! Make them short!
They're going down. They're going down.
Can we get free? Open fire!
This is crazy. This is like part 2 of the finale of season 3.
Reset the topsails and topgallants! Now! Hey, topsails! The crews! And my mast! Fire!
face, the anger in his face. This score is so good. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what's going on. Oh no, 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 no. Is he gonna jump in? Is he gonna go save him? Flint better go save him. No. Don't play this sad music. John Silver's not dead. I know the rules. I didn't see him die. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. He's not dead.
I told you before we ever set foot on this island, I will do whatever necessary to ensure your success here. If the street understands us better when I sit among your men's wives rather than your men, if the world makes more sense to them that way and your authority grows because of it, as uncomfortable as it may be, then that is a compromise I am willing to make.
I feel like Woods Rogers just has this pent-up aggression in him, and he's gonna fucking snap one day. Like, you could see it in his eyes. I thought he was really sick and he was gonna die last season, actually.
They obstructed the harbor.
I know.
2 ships they sunk. Must have taken them days to arrange.
I know.
Then why the fuck didn't you warn us? I did warn you. There are 3 ships, not 2. The moment I learned of it, I sent word to Mr. Featherstone. He was supposed to send word to you not to enter the harbor.
There'll be debts to repay after today. And there'll be plenty of time to do it. But right now, we need to get off the sand.
Who is Long John Silver?
That's a very good question. I surely saw value in the tall tales told about me after that night in the tavern.
Did you not once tell me of your worry? About the fate of those whom Captain Flint has called friends before you?
A lot has changed since then.
A lot has changed since then. But what has not changed is that when a man first needs you and thereafter calls you a friend, a little suspicion is a healthy thing. I don't believe you need him to be the man you are. I think you would be a very good king.
Jack's gearing up.
He wants this fight. Let him have it.
Yeah, I say let him fight.
Prepare to be boarded!
Let's go, Jack. Oh, hell you! He needs to learn how to fight. Poor Jack.
I saw what your people did to my men. The children of the camp were encouraged to remove the ears from men I called friends. Hold him.
No! No! No!
That was quick. He did that in like one slice.
But even with your men here, we don't have sufficient numbers to move on Nassau directly and be a short victory. If we could dramatically increase those numbers,
Increase them how?
the Underhill plantation, and if we could convince even half of those slaves to join our fight, we might then actually be in a position to take back
Too
Nassau.
long. All you're suggesting, we don't have time for that. We need to strike quickly. Directly at Nassau with as many forces as we can muster, and today
Hang on.
we are 2 battered fighters at the end of a long fight.
I prepared these men to follow Long John Silver upon his return. Now, if you assume that in his absence that role now reverts to you, then you assume wrong. So in the absence of Long John Silver, the men will look to me.
Damn.
I have become so easily set aside, have I? Somewhere on an island a few days' journey from here is a chest filled with treasure, buried in a secret place. And of the 3 men who know of that place, I may be the last one alive. After today, were he here, I am sure Mr. Silver would make this all sound more agreeable to you. Think what you like. My word will govern.
I know too. 3 men know the resting place of the chest and one woman.
And her, yeah.
He told it to me before we left home. It would be preferable if there were one voice to govern.
Wait, no, she wasn't
But I don't
supposed to
think it's
know.
going to be quite so simple. There will be no pirates king here. Of that much I am certain.
She told them. Damn. I didn't realize that he said that she wasn't supposed to know. Oh, he just ditches his leg. Come on. Oh, this stuff gives me so much anxiety. This is filmed incredibly, though. I have to say, all of the shots looking up at the water, awesome. Bro, what are you doing? It's already been like 2 minutes. Are you Aquaman? What? Oh, save the goat. Not the goat! I want him to get out of there, but I really want the goat to also get out of here. If we're being real. Is the goat dead? Pretend like you're dead, bro. He doesn't have a freaking leg. Oh my god. Bro, just put a body on top of you and pretend like you're dead.
Long John Silver. Welcome home.
Home. Okay, that was actually a really good first episode. It was kind of like a part 2 for what happened in the finale of season 3. Also, I can't talk for that long because my battery is blinking. It is about to die, so I'm just gonna quickly wrap up my thoughts, and I guess I will talk more in my pre-episode thoughts for the next episode. What I will say is that I think that I'm going to enjoy the power dynamic and the power struggle between Flint and Billy this season. I like the fact that Billy is kind of standing up for Flint. A part of me is like, I don't appreciate the fact that he's standing up to Flint and speaking out, but then again, nobody else really has throughout the course of this show, so I appreciate a character who really doesn't give a fuck and doesn't really fear Flint. He kind of just, he isn't scared. Like, he isn't afraid to stand up to Flint, which is really important, and he values Silver. Silver is like the messiah to all of them. Silver knows them. Silver is them. Silver has fought with them, drank with them, bled with them, and that was what Billy was saying to Flint when they were having their fight this episode. So Silver is crucial. They all think that he's dead. He's clearly not dead. As for everything else, I am going to predict that Woodes Rogers is going to spiral into craziness. I feel like just with his facial expressions, he's going to snap at any moment, and I'm honestly afraid for the day that he does. I also want to talk about Jack really quickly because Jack, he was probably the MVP this episode. I really enjoyed his speech when he was like, rhetoric is fuel for the fire or fuel for a fire or something like that. He said something about rhetoric. He was talking to Blackbeard in the very beginning of the episode, and I thought that that was a really good dialogue. The writing consistently continues to impress me. And Jack is one of those characters that just speaks very well. He spoke very well when he was trying to motivate all of the people, all of the crew members, and I'm glad that we got to see him fight, or at least try to fight. He was really defending himself. He doesn't really know how to work a sword. He ended up shooting the guy that was almost killed him. So I think that Jack could benefit from some training, and Bonnie should honestly just train him in how to fight because she kills it, consistently kills it. As for predictions for next episode, I don't really have any predictions. It's like the same general plot that has been kind of transferred over from season 3 into season 4. But yeah, I guess those are all of my thoughts. As always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other reactions if you have not already, and I will see you guys for episode 2. All right, bye guys.